Greetings, people. Ben here. I'm here today to slay some dragons. Now, clearly not real dragons. I don't even know if real dragons exist, but real in the metaphorical sense. And the dragon that I'm kind of wrestling with and slaying with my mighty sword of truth is the dragon, the story of growth. Growth as the key metric. Year-on-year growth, growing our businesses, all of these sort of things. Growth is a hugely pervasive idea in the culture, in the ideas that we have about running our business. Growth was a kind of story that I told myself when I was kind of MD of my last business for a long time, that this kind of need, this hunger for growth. And of course it does, it talks to a hunger which comes from kind of within, that we're kind of always looking for more, hungry for more, trying to add in more clients, new clients, bigger projects, more projects, new products, all whatever it might be. We're always looking to grow. We're always looking to add. And like I said, this is a pervasive story of our time. But like I said, I'm here to slay some dragons. And I want to tell you that actually growth is a false prophet. This hunger, this search, this yearning, this quest knows no bounds. It knows no end. And so as a quest, it's kind of pointless because you will constantly be searching. You will constantly be striving, but you will never get there. And that, just when I'm saying it out, kind of sort of talks to the ridiculousness of growth as this important idea. Now, you know, there's kind of more to it than that. It's not just about some sort of theoretical kind of mind fart. When we are stuck in the kind of growth goal in running our business, in this kind of growth drive, what we tend to do is we add people, we add projects, we add clients, we add product range, we add. And what we're really doing is we're adding complexity. We're adding organizational challenge. We're adding organizational noise. We're making things harder, more difficult for ourselves. And you know, in the process of that, we're also most likely becoming more expensive. Our organizations are becoming more expensive to run. As they get more complex, they become more expensive to run. So I kind of offer to you this idea that actually growth is a terrible thing to aim for in many respects, or kind of what we're talking about growing is the thing we need to keep in mind. There was a coach of mine, somebody called Dan Sullivan, runs a really, really successful, effective coaching business called Strategic Coach. They kind of have sort of huge cohorts of people coming through, people who run their own businesses. I was on the program when I was running my last business. And he has a great phrase, in a great kind of idea in his program, which is this ceiling of complexity. That what happens with entrepreneurs, what happens with people running their businesses is you do kind of, he's not talking about it explicitly from the point of view of growth, but what he's talking about is as your business grows and things get added in, people get added in, ideas get added in, products get added in, new services get added in, you know, organization gets added to, that there are these kind of layers of complexity which load into our business. And that we hit this point where we hit our ceiling of complexity, which is his idea, the thing that he talks about. And the thing that you need to do as kind of he would kind of work you through it is, you know, the kind of realization that actually I've always been doing things this way. I've always done things in this kind of sort of certain way. But I haven't sort of adjusted that or evolved that to take into account of the kind of ever more complex nature of the organization. And this is not necessarily talking about big organizations of hundreds of thousands of people. Remember, whether you're a 1-person band, a 10-person band, 100-person band, whatever, it's actually true irrespective. When we set out, when we're doing the work that we do, we start to do it in a certain way. Then as we kind of add things in, we are adding complexity, but often we're not taking things away. And so I guess rather than chasing growth, the idea that I'm keen for you to explore is to chase change. Don't chase growth, chase change. Because there's really only two absolute truths in the world. One, everything dies. And two, everything is always changing. So the world is kind of presenting you this series of opportunities, which is everything is always changing. Everything is adapting. And this is true. This kind of manifests for you in your work because in your market, your customers are always changing. What your customers think is always changing. What the market accepts is always changing. What the society at large expects is always changing. This is a constantly evolving, fluid and dynamic thing. So the market is presenting you continual change. And in presenting you continual change, it's presenting you continual opportunity. So rather than chasing growth, which requires you to try and hold things fixed while everything is moving around you, chase change. Chase the connection that comes from change. And you can't do